What's the best exercise for longevity? For my 15 years of research of longevity is high-intensity interval training. Today I'm going to show you two video segments of two doctors, Dr. David Sinclair and James O'Keefe. We're going to dissect the benefits of exercise for longevity, what it means to your exercise protocol, and also I'm going to share what I do personally. Now, let's start. Welcome to the Wellness Messiah podcast. I'm your host, Rimon. Exercise for longevity. Let's cover the basics first. What happens during exercise? Many things, but I'm going to focus on longevity benefits. One thing that happens when you exercise is your oxygen level change. During exercise, oxygen goes up and down depending on how you exercise and the intensity of your exercise. The second thing that happens is that you apply biological stress upon your body, upon your DNA. What does biological stress mean? It means, in my words, threat to capacity. You survive now, but you may not be able to survive in the future. So your body and the DNA would have to do something to keep you stronger and healthier. Now that we cover that, I'm going to present to you the segments I mentioned. The first one is from David Sinclair. He's going to talk about the oxygen levels, and we're going to translate this into exercise.
But one of the theories is that it's working similar to exercise. So hypoxia, the low oxygen when you go for a run, what it's doing is turning on this HIF-1 alpha protein that I talked about earlier, and that helps promote health in the body. There's one theory that I have is that when you come down from the high levels of oxygen, it simulates hypoxia, like you're running as you come down from high levels to low levels. That fits with the new findings, which is going up once and coming down once is not as good as going up and down within a treatment.
So what does it mean? It means that during exercise, your oxygen levels go up and down. And if you want to reap all the benefits from exercise for your longevity, what you need to do, you need to make sure that your oxygen levels go down as low as possible and then up and down. We want to cycle those. We're going to explain how we can do that. So this cycling of oxygen going up and down is going to increase the activation of longevity pathways. The second video is from a cardiologist called James O'Keefe. Let's see what he says about exercise for longevity.
Okay, and this is a study of over 400,000 Chinese that was just published within the last year. We published an editorial along with this afterwards, but they found that vigorous exercise, this is all-cause mortality reduction. The more reduction, the better. And this is minutes of daily exercise. So 10, 20, 30 minutes of daily exercise up. At 40, it starts plateauing. At 45 or 50, you get a point for further plateaus. So further efforts and time do not appear to convey further improvements in life expectancy. Down here is moderate exercise, light to moderate exercise, walking, housework, day-to-day, moving around. Just get off your seat, move around. More is better there. It's not quite as beneficial as vigorous exercise, but more is better.
So vigorous exercise makes you live longer than moderate exercise, and it doesn't take a lot of time. When you think about it, it's not really surprising because vigorous exercise means more biological stress, which means a threat on your body and on your DNA for survival, which translates into activation of longevity pathways. What does it mean, really? That means that the amount of biological stress that you apply on your body matters. So practically, how do you achieve those two benefits, those two mechanisms for longevity with exercise? Simple, by applying high-intensity interval training, which means that you do intense repetitions and rest in between. And I think this type of exercise achieves both of the benefits those two doctors mentioned, because you also do vigorous activity and you cycle your oxygen from going up and down during the exercise. So this is perfect for longevity and health. How can you apply that type of training? You can do sprinting in short bouts. You can do high-intensity training in a bicycle. And you can use the elliptical machine. In those cases, you're going to cycle oxygen up and down during the exercise, and you apply high-intensity training, which activates the longevity pathways. What do I do personally? About 15 years ago, I got injured, and because of that, I can't really run. That would be my ideal exercise for now. So what I'm doing, I'm using the recliner bicycle. And what I like about the reclining bicycle, it doesn't apply a lot of pressure on my joints, which means that I can continue with this exercise for my entire life. Because, there is some notion that after age 40 or 50, you don't want to run too much because the recovery rate of your joints is going down. So that's what I do. It also activates my large muscles in the legs. And it also increases my heartbeat. So that's what I do personally. Now I have a question for you. What exercise protocols do you do to increase your longevity? And have you wondered about integrating different types of exercises? Because it's not just one exercise in your routine, right? So what do you do to integrate different types of exercises to increase your longevity? Tell me please in the comments. And have you had any insight from today's video? If so, please consider subscribing to this channel.